Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will study comparing fractions. How can you compare between two fractions? We have many ways. Let's start comparing fractions. Compare using greater than, smaller than, or equal. The first way, guys, if we have two fractions with like denominators, just compare between the two numerators. First, 3 over 8 and 5 over 8. Two fractions with like denominators. So just compare between the two top numbers. 3 is less than 5. So the fraction 3 over 8 is less than 5 over 8. By the same way, 5 over 7 and 2 over 7. 5 is greater than 2. So 5 over 7 is greater than 2 over 7. Next, guys, 5 over 12 and 5 over 12. It's the same. So write equals. 3 over 10 and 7 over 10. 3 is less than 7. So the fraction 3 over 10 is less than 7 over 10. But if the fractions with like numerators, so the fraction with the smaller denominator is a larger one and vice versa. For example, 1 over 3 and 1 over 4 have the same numerator, which is 1. 3, guys, is less than 4. So 1 over 3 is greater than 1 over 4. By the same way, 5 over 11 and 5 over 9 have the same numerator. So 11 is greater than 9. So we can say that 5 over 11 is less than 5 over 9. 3 over 11 and 3 over 11, they are the same. So write equals. 7 over 6 and 7 over 10. 6, guys, is less than 10. So the fraction 7 over 6 is greater than 7 over 10. But the best way to compare between two fractions, guys, is cross products. For example, 2 over 3 and 4 over 7. First, we will multiply 2 by 7. 2 by 7 equals what? Equals 14. 3 by 4 equals 12. So, guys, what is the relation between 14 and 12? 14 is greater than 12. So the fraction 2 over 3 is greater than the fraction 4 over 7. Next, 3 times 6 equals 18. 4 times 5 equals 20. 18 is less than 20. So the fraction 3 over 4 is less than 5 over 6. 6 over 9 and 2 over 3. We will multiply 6 by 3 equals 18 and 9 by 2 equals 18. Now, guys, the left hand side is 18, the right hand side is 18. So write equals. 4 over 9 and 7 over 11. 4 times 11 equals 44 and 9 times 7 equals 63. Now, guys, 44 is less than 63. So the fraction 4 over 9 is less than 7 over 11. We have many ways to compare between two fractions. First, guys, if we have two fractions with like denominators, like 3 over 8 and 5 over 8, just compare between the two numerators. 3 is less than 5, so the fraction 3 over 8 is less than 5 over 8. Second, if we have two fractions with like numerator, guys, like 5 over 11 and 5 over 9, the fraction with larger denominator, guys, is the smaller one. So we can say that 5 over 11 is less than 5 over 9. Why, guys? Because 11 is greater than 9. But the best way, guys, if we have two fractions with different denominators, we have two ways. The first way and the easiest way is cross products. The second way is using the LCD, lowest common denominator of the two fractions. For example, guys, 3 over 4 and 5 over 6. By using cross products, 3 times 6 equals 18, 4 times 5 equals 20. Now compare between 18 and 20. 18 is less than 20, so the fraction 3 over 4, guys, is what? Yes, is less than 5 over 6. But by using LCD of the two fractions, the 3 over 4 and 5 over 6, what is the smallest number is divisible by 4 and 6 at the same time? Yes, it's 12, guys. So the LCD is 12. Now Now keep the same denominator. How can you make 412 multiplying by 3? So we will multiply 3 over 4 by 3 up and down, and multiply 5 over 6 by 2. We will get the two fractions or two equivalent fractions, 9 over 12 and 10 over 12. Now we have the same denominator, which is 12. What is the relation between 9 and 10 now? 9 is less than 10. So the fraction 9 over 12 is less than 10 over 12. And we can deduce that 3 over 4 is less than 5 over 6. Let's have some notes now. Number 1, 1 is greater than any proper fraction, guys. For example, 1 is greater than 3 over 4 and 1 is greater than 5 over 7. Pay attention, guys. 3 over 4 and 5 over 7 are proper fractions. Number 2, guys, 1 is less than any improper fraction. What improper fraction? It's a fraction. The top number is greater than the bottom number. For example, guys, 1 is less than 10 over 3 and 1 is less than 5 over 2. Number 3, guys, 1 is less than any mixed number, guys. For example, 1 is less than 1 and 1 over 7. 1 is less than 4 and 2 over 3. For example, guys, order the following from least to greatest. We have a set of fractions: 7 over 11, 4 over 11, 8 over 11, and so on. We have the same denominator, guys. It's easy now. So we can write the ascending order easy. Which fraction is the smallest one? Yes, it's 2 over 11. Why, guys? Because the smallest numerator here is 2. So it will be 2 over 11 followed by 4 over 11 followed by 5 over 11 followed by what, guys? Yes, 7 over 11. Finally, we have 8 over 11. So don't forget, guys, if we have the same denominator, just compare between the two top numbers. For example, guys, order the following from greatest to least. We have a set of fractions. We have the same numerator, guys. So to write the descending order, we will start with the greatest one. The greatest fraction here is what, guys? Is a fraction with the smallest denominator, guys. Which is what, guys? What is the smallest denominator here? Yes, it's 2. So the greatest fraction is 7 over 2, followed by 7 over 3, followed by 7 over 4, followed by 7 over 5. Finally, we have what? 7 over 8. So the greatest fraction here is 7 over 2. But the smallest fraction, guys, is 7 over 8. But how can we order a set of fractions like 2 over 3, 5 over 6, 3 over 4, 5 over 12 from the least to the greatest? We can use the LCD of the fractions. What's the smallest number is divisible by 3, 6, 4 and 12? Yes, it's a 12. So the LCD of the fractions is 12. Keep the same denominator. To keep the same denominator, which is 12 of the first fraction, 2 over 3, we can multiply the two terms of the fraction by 4. It will be 8 over 12. Second, how can we make 6 12? Multiplying by 2, we will get 10 over 12. Next, guys, how can we make 4 12? Multiplying by 3, it will be 9 over 12. But the last one, it will be the same, 5 over 12. Now we can compare between the two fractions or the set of fractions with the same denominator, which is 12. Which one is the smallest, guys, now? Yes, it's 5 over 12. It was 5 over 12. Followed by what, guys? Yes, 8 over 12. It was what? Yes, it was 2 over 3. Followed by 9 over 12. It was 3 over 4. Finally, the greatest one, guys, it will be what? 10 over 12. It was 5 over 6. Now, guys, ask yourself, how can we compare between two mixed numbers? For example, compare using greater than, smaller than between the two mixed numbers. 4 and 1 over 3, 4 and 2 over 7. First, guys, compare between the whole parts. It will be 4 and 4. It will be the same. Compare between the fraction parts if the whole parts are the same. We can compare between the two fractions 1 over 3 and 2 over 7 easily. What is the best way? Yes, guys, the cross products. Just multiply 1 by 7, it will be 7. 3 times 2, it will be 6. Now, what is the relation between 7 and 6? Yes, 7 is greater than 6. So, the fraction 1 over 3 is greater than the fraction 2 over 7. We can deduce now that the mixed number 4 and 1 over 3 is greater than the mixed number 2 over 7. Why, guys? Because the fraction 1 over 3 is greater than the fraction 2 over 7. Now, let's have an exercise. Compare using greater than, smaller than, or equal. The first 3.2 and 3 and 1/2. We can write 0.2, guys, is a fraction form. How? It will be 2 over 10 in the simplest form. You have to write it 1 over 5. Now, you can compare 1 over 5 and 1 over 2 by using what, guys? Yes, we have the same numerator here. 5 is greater than 2. So the fraction 1 over 5 is less than 1 over 2. We can say now that 3.2 is less than 3 and 1/2. Next, guys, 1.6 and 1 and 3 over 5. We have a decimal form and mixed form. 0.6 by the same way equals 6 over 10. In the simplest form, you can cancel the common factors. Dividing by 2, it will be 3 over 5. Now, we can say that 1.6 equal 1 and 3 over 5. It will be the same. We can say that 1.6 equals 1 and 3 over 5. Next, guys, 3 and 1 over 3, 3.125. Do you remember, guys, 0.125? What is the fraction form? Yes, we studied before. It will be 1 over 8. Now, we can compare between 1 over 3 and 1 over 8. 1 over 3, guys, is greater than 1 over 8. Why? Ask yourself. Because the two fractions have the same numerator. 3 is less than 8, so the fraction 1 over 3 is a greater one. Now we can say that 3 and 1 over 3 is greater than 3.125. Don't forget, we have the whole the same. The whole part are the same here. 3 and 3. So compare between the fraction part at left hand side and right hand side. Next, guys, 7 and 4 over 9, 7.3. We can write 0.3 as a fraction. It will be 3 over 10. Now compare between 4 over 9 and 3 over 10. We can compare between them by using cross products, guys. 4 times 10 equals 40, 9 times 3 equals 27, 40 is greater than 27, so 4 over 9 is greater than 3 over 10. We can deduce now that the mixed number 7 and 4 over 9 is greater than 7.3. Next, guys, 7 over 8 and 0.775. The decimal form of 7 over 8. Do you remember, guys? It's easy. It will be 0.875. Now, we can compare between 0.875 and 0.775. 0.875 is greater than 0.775 because 8 is greater than 7 in 10th place. We can deduce that the fraction 7 over 8 is greater than the decimal fraction 0.775. Finally, guys, to compare between 1 over 4 and 0.25, it's easy. Do you remember the decimal form of 1 over 4 equals what? Yes, it will be 0.25. Now we have the same fraction. Can write now equals. So 1 over 4 is equal to 0.25. Now he asked order from least to greatest. We have a set of fractions like 3 over 2, 3 over 5, 3 over 8, 3 over 4. To compare between them or to order them from least to greatest is the best way. Just write the decimal form of each fraction. The first one, 3 over 2, we can write it as 1.5. What is the decimal form of 3 over 5? You can multiply by 2 the two terms of the fraction. It will be 0.6. 3 over 8, it's easy. It will be 0.375. We studied before. 3 over 4, it will be 0.75. Now we can order the set of fractions according to the decimal form. What is the smallest one, guys? You can keep your eye on the whole part. It will be 0, 0, 0, the last 3 fractions. So keep your eye on the 10th place. It will be 6, 3, 7. So we have here 3. The smallest one, it will be 0.375. It was what? Yes, it will be 3 over 8, the smallest fraction, followed by 0.6. It's easy. It will be 3 over 5. Followed by what, guys? Yes, 3 over 4. It will be 0.75. it will be 3 over 4 as a fraction. The greatest one, guys, is what? Yes, is 1.5. It's a decimal number, the whole is 1 here. The greatest fraction will be 3 over 2. Note, guys, don't forget the LCD of the fractions is 80. You can use the LCD to compare between the fractions or to order the set of fractions. Let's have an example now. He said find the value of ACF. Number 1, A over 3 equals 4 over 6. We can find the value of A by using what, guys? Yes, cross products. So A equals what, guys? 3 times 4 divided by 6. 3 times 4 equals what, guys? Equals 12. 12 divided by 6 equals 2. So A equals 2. We have two equivalent fractions. Number 2, 2 over 3 equals 14 over C. He is asking 2 over 3 equals 14 over what? You can guess the answer here, guys. 2 became 14. So to write C, just multiply 3 by 7. It will be what? Yes, 21 as an equivalent fractions. So C equals what? 3 times 14 by using cross products over 2. 14 is divisible by 2 equals 7. Now C equals 3 times 7 equals 21. Next example, guys, he said find the value of A and C. F. Number 1, guys, 2 over 5 equals A over 15. To find the value of A, we will use cross products. So A equals 2 times 15 over 5. 15 is divisible by 5 equals what? Equals 3. So, guys, A equals 2 times 3 equals 6. Next, 2 over 3 equals 16 over C. By the same way, C equals what? We will multiply 3 by 16 and divided by 2. We can say 16 is divisible by 2 equals 8. Now C equals 3 times 8 equals 24. Finally, try to solve the exercises by yourself. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel for more math videos. Thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.